Thank you for staying with us on Citizen Sunday Live. In Kilifi's Malindi sub-county, a quiet crisis is unfolding, one that strikes at the heart of family and community. Rising cases of incest have prompted renewed efforts by authorities to confront what they describe as a deeply troubling trend. The County Children's Department says the incidents affecting both boys and girls continue to increase despite awareness campaigns. For many survivors, the road to justice remains difficult as families often turn to traditional dispute resolution instead of reporting cases to the police. But one family has defied that norm, taking their case to a court and securing a life sentence for the perpetrator. A move officials hope will inspire others to pursue justice through the legal system.
In the coastal town of Malindi in Kilifi County, a worrying trend is emerging from the shadows of tradition and poverty, a rise in incest cases. For many victims, the first response to this most intimate of betrayals is silence, enforced by cultural practice. But for one uncle, the price of silence was too high. John knows only too well the gravity of this betrayal. He has seen firsthand the cost victims bear at the hands of tradition. His own niece's daughter was a victim of abuse.
The father used to touch her daughter's private parts. That time she was very young. As we speak, I think she's around 13 years. Because when this happened, she was about 12 years. So she explained to me, or she told me that is the time she started. So I asked her, when did you know about this? She told me, I knew about this because when this thing happened, and I challenged my husband, my daughter told me everything. Na kanambia kwamba mama hii kitu ilianza kitambo sana.
The matter was considered resolved locally when the family of the victim sought traditional means of conflict resolution.
Walileta mganga, wakaleta wazee na wakatoboa kondoo ambao kwa kienyeji hiyo ni kama ku appease the spirits culturally. Mkifanya kitendo kama hiyo, kama kuna watu ambao wana uhusiano na wamefanya kitendo kama hicho, kuna uhitaji wa kutoboa huyo mnyama so that you don't get affected. Alikuwa amefanywa kitendo ambacho hakikumfurahisha yeye mwenyewe.
John's insistence set him against his own kin, but his fight paid off. The father was arrested, prosecuted, and is now serving a sentence, a rare victory in a community where such crimes are routinely masked by traditional justice systems that often fail to protect the victim. The county's children officer has confirmed that John's experience is not an isolated case, noting that a worrying rise in the incidence of incest and defilement are often fueled by deep-seated cultural resistance to reporting such crimes to the police. According to the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, between January and September 2025, Kilifi County recorded 420 cases of defilement, 52 cases of rape, including 34 involving incest, 355 cases of early pregnancy, and 14 cases of sodomy.
So this is our communication, this is the increase, and it is largely about the girl child. But also we are having unique cases whereby we are having boy child abuse. We have around up to 3 cases of boy child abuse by people close to them in the family setup, as cousins and the others. And this is now getting to the children who are under 10 years, boy child. While the rest is majorities of the girl child are from 14 and below.
The burden of these injustices has been eased by some extent by the support of children homes across the county, most of which rely heavily on donor funding. But that safety net is now fraying. The NGOs and children homes that once provided refuge, medical care and psychological support are themselves facing a crisis and threatening the protection and recovery of vulnerable children.
We are facing a critic on financial, because one, we want to give the best for these kids. And so everything at the end of it, money is included, or is the most key thing in this. And so when there is a shortage, it becomes so hard to give the best for this child. because right now all our cases are on private school.
In this desperate moment, the community is stepping in. Local benefactors are now mobilizing to provide emergency support, food and basic necessities to the children's homes while calling out for greater government intervention.
It's a corrective responsibility for these children to grow up spiritually, morally, and even they are praying to work well. We must help them.
The battle against incest in Kilifi is a fight against entrenched culture and a collapsing support system. Until the law has the resources to meet the crisis, the true victims will continue to pay the highest price. Brenda Wanga, Citizen.